Firefighters still working around the clock to beat this fire. It's about 95% contained right now, but the good news is the Santa Ana winds are finally dying. And with the storm fast approaching, Malibu is on the edge. City officials have set up sandbags in and around the burn areas like these in case any landslides occur. Now, this may look like your everyday Chevy Malibu, but this car here is a hybrid and will soon be out in the LA market. 2 of the 5 Corral Fire suspects are being arraigned right now in the Van Nuys courthouse. Eric Matthew Ullman and Dean Lavarante are being charged with felony accounts of arson. This is Jonathan Tamayo here in the Pepperdine Firestone Fieldhouse, where the men's volleyball team is getting ready to face off Cal State Northridge Matadors. Good evening, I'm Jonathan Tamayo and you're watching Newswaves 26. And the governor's new budget has Malibu parents and teachers on the edge. And a ban that prevents state and local internet taxes is set to expire in November. A recent string of ATM robberies has local authorities on alert. And that's all for us tonight. I'm Jonathan Tamayo, and from all of us here at Newswaves 26, have a great night. Nature's fury. Dry Santa Ana conditions and Malibu's worst fears come alive. Hurricane-force winds are now being blamed for snapping power lines that sparked the canyon fire. Helicopters and ground crews from across the state are working night and day to fight the flames.
I've been on this day and night. I got like 20 minutes here and there in the truck to sleep, and I had a stick go up and hit me in the head. And everything's looking good right now. We pretty much got the fire knocked down.
The fire raged from Malibu Canyon down to Pacific Coast Highway. At least 6 homes and priceless structures have already been destroyed. The famous Malibu Presbyterian Church burned to the ground. Governor Schwarzenegger toured Malibu Pres and declared a state of emergency.
From the local level to the state level and federal level, everyone, wherever I went, has said that we have never seen this kind of a quick action and response.
Businesses in the Malibu colony like CVS and First Bank also took a heavy hit. The famous $17 million Castle Kashan was also destroyed, along with priceless artifacts. The community is comforting each other, but are still uneasy about the future.
You know, we don't really know what's going to happen, and you know, my business is in, you know, it's on. This is actually 2 separate properties, and my business is on the other one, and it's going to be a while before I can work again.
And although the canyon fire is nearly contained, it certainly left its mark on Malibu. The next step for the community is to rebuild and move forward. For Newswaves 26, I'm Jonathan Tamayo. Paper or plastic? You may never be asked this again.
Now's the time. We had to make a statement. We wanted to be really on the cutting edge, ahead of the group before, you know, someone came to us and said we were going to have to stop. We decided we needed to stop ourselves.
Victor Brenner, manager of Pacific Coast Greens, has banned plastic bags from his store to help the environment. Now, environmentalists are calling for a citywide ban that would outlaw plastic bags in Malibu. Jennifer Vocola, Malibu's environmental programs director, says the bags are ruining the beaches.
You don't need to have a bag that has a expected life of 30 minutes that's then going to possibly blow away, harm sea life, and also cause an eyesore.
It's plastic bags like these that are left all over Malibu that have prompted environmental groups to take action to ban them. The city is now in the 30-day review period and is talking with businesses and locals about the ban. Some residents, however, think the city is going about it all wrong.
I wish that people were environmental enough to choose that on their own without it having to be a law.
But Grenner still thinks the ban is a good idea.
Walking along the beaches and taking pictures along the beach, and one of the things that I see all the time are plastic bags, the white plastic bags everywhere. And I kept thinking, these are where my bags are going. There is no trade-off. It makes a lot more sense going to the paper.
In Malibu, Jonathan Tamayo, Newswaves 26. In Malibu, skyrocketing gas prices and the environment are always on people's mind. Purchasing a new car that's good for the planet and your checkbook can be tricky. That's why General Motors is introducing up to 15 fuel-saving cars. These new vehicles have some commuters already excited to get in line.
I'm all for it, considering I'm financing my own education and I live in Hermosa, so I definitely would go for a hybrid.
The cars use hybrid technology, the combination between an internal combustion engine and an electric motor. The motors can operate both independently and at the same time. Now, this may look like your everyday Chevy Malibu, but this car here is a hybrid and will soon be out in the LA market. The collection also features vehicles run on flexi fuel made from 85% ethanol, reducing gas emissions. GM is retrofitting over 200 gas stations with this flexi fuel, including one in Brentwood. Bob Lutz, chairman of General Motors, is optimistic about this new technology.
Nobody is going to beat GM, and I tell you, 5 years from now, there will be one leader in fuel-saving technology, and that's one global leader, and that's going to be GM.
In addition, GM is developing the Chevy Volt, running on lithium-ion batteries and traveling up to 45 miles with no gasoline.
I foresee a day where vehicles like the Chevrolet Volt get propagated enough that you go to a Starbucks, put in a $1 bill, and you can plug it in.
In Studio City, Jonathan Tamayo, Newswaves 26.